Hey everyone, it's Matt at Renaissance, and thought I'd give you another update on the progress of the Iron Buffalo display cabinets for the showroom. I've got the corables cut out, two of them, and these ones go out on the ends of the upper cabinets, one at each end, and then we've got two in the middle here that I haven't cut out yet, but they're longer and deeper, and the reason why is because of the middle cabinet that goes in between the two uppers, which we have built. This is what it's going to look like. The ends will have columns, and there'll be wood inside of here, just like what's on the ceiling part of it, all hand planed, grooved, give it that old Western handmade look. And then on the corables, we're going to add a couple pieces to the top and the bottom. There'll be a doubled up piece of wood about 1.5 inches thick on the top and bottom. They'll sort of come out, they'll sort of curve out a little bit, and it'll bring this up to 16 inches. Right now they're about 12 inches tall, and by adding the bottom piece and the top piece, it'll give us the height that we need for the backsplash. And again, the backsplash is going to look like the rivets on the countertop here. Imagine this being a face frame, and it's going to turn up, go across the top, it'll fill up that whole space, and then in the middle we're going to have this alligator looking leather, and I might do something with it to contrast it a little bit more, maybe put some black glaze or something on it to give it some depth, but I'll have to play with it a little bit. But that's what the backsplash is going to look like, and that's going to be different. And the countertop is done. I've got all the rivets on it, and again, that'll be sprayed with iron by Luminor. We're waiting on our logo still. That's going to go on the front, then we'll spray that with iron. But I wanted to show something that we can do. This is a recessed can light trim, and I've sprayed this in iron, and I've acid treated it with rust acid, and we're going to be doing that with this countertop. We're going to be using that rust activator, and that'll give the countertop that aged, been sitting out in the dirt in the field for a long time with rain and dirt, to age it. Another thing we can do, this is an outlet that I sprayed, or a light switch, and we can take the plastic light switch and make it look like hammered metal, and the switch itself we sprayed with Luminor. This one's bronze. Tell you a little bit about Luminor. Luminor is a 100% green product. It's eco-friendly. There's no toxins in it. There's absolutely nothing in it that can hurt you, and you can go to luminor.com and check it out, but it's a totally green product. And so we're promoting it in our cabinet line, because not only is it real something that we can work with, and I can create any edge. I can create any edge on any countertop. Doesn't matter what it is, and I can spray this over it. And it's very intensive, because it's all hand labor mainly. But you can have any kind of a look you want with this metal. It's a liquid metal, and it turns into metal after it dries and cures. It's like a sheet of metal. You could spray this on a piece of wax paper, let it harden, and you'd pull it off, and it would be a stiff sheet of metal. It has a little bit of elasticity to it, which is good because it can expand and contract with heat. And this countertop, when it's sprayed, will withstand about 400 degrees of heat, even though it's MDF. As a prototype, we normally make it out of solid surface and spray it, but it'll withstand 450 degrees of heat. So anyways, on with the rest of it. I just wanted to show you how I cut the corables out. I don't have a bandsaw. I have limited equipment. I'm a one-man shop at the moment. We will eventually here be outsourcing some stuff, but I have a sliding compound miter saw, a joiner, and hand tools. I make all my moldings and stuff with those two routers. There's a little smaller router, and then I have hand sanders, and the hand sander is used to get the hand plane look. What I do is I take this sander here and I tip it on edge to get the hand plane look, and you just got to move it back and forth. It is a long process. And then to get all these edges on here, I do the same thing. I tip the sander on edge and just randomly go up and down and do deeper grooves, not so deep, and to give it that, like somebody took a chisel or a gouge and just gouged this out, but they didn't have a saw, so it's all by hand. That's the look that I'm going for. So you can imagine a house like this in Entrada having a Pueblo style or whatever, and having this type of cabinetry in it would be much more aesthetically correct than it would to have store-bought cabinets from a big box store or whatever. And what's unbelievable to me anyways today is people building $1 million home and putting production cabinets in it that you would find at a big box store, because nobody designs. There are people out there that have what they call period cabinets, but we're all about trying to be as authentic as possible. And I think this is something you would find some old cowboy out there scrounging up wood in the desert or wherever and making a set of cabinets. This is a little bit more refined than that, but of course it is a little bit more refined because I'm not using hand gouges and stuff. I am using modern machinery to an extent. But this is what Renaissance is, what we're all about. We're about the art of craftsmanship and bringing design back to cabinets. We've gotten so far astray from just get her done, and we've lost a lot, I think, in just the art of a carpenter. Carpenters now are just production guys. They're not being taught any true skills. Everything is so mechanized that they don't have to have a lot of skill to push a button or to pull a trigger on a nail gun. So that's what at Renaissance we're trying to do, is bring that back. Yeah, we do use modern equipment, and yeah, we are going to be doing designs that require a CNC machine that can carve for us, but we can't spend months carving one single piece like they used to. So to a degree, we have to have modern mechanization, but that doesn't mean that we can't create that look with that. And still, there's a lot of hand labor that goes into the cabinets that I build. Even though there is modernization, there's still a certain amount of handwork that goes into it, which gives it that look. So a machine can't replace human hands. That's just impossible. That's like saying an artist that paints got a robot that does it for him and does it 50 times over. That's what they call prints. But it takes the original painting to create that. And that's what we're doing at Renaissance. We're creating these kitchen displays, and we're trying to create a style that somebody that has a Pueblo house, or somebody that lives in New Mexico or Arizona, like in Sedona or whatever, that can appreciate this and want this authentic look in their house. And we can design anything and create anything. That's the fun part about this. I love my job because I create and then I can make it. And there's a lot of satisfaction that comes out of that. And I know all you artists out there can agree with me. There's just that level of satisfaction you get working with your hands. So anyways, enough of that. So I'm going to get these other corables cut out. We'll get this middle cabinet done, and then we'll show you what it looks like from there. So anyways, if you're out there and you watch this video and you're building a real nice home and you want something different, contact us at Renaissance. We're out down there on St. George Boulevard, next to Cafe Rio. I'm putting in all these plugs. Maybe Cafe Rio will love it, the fact I'm giving them free advertising. We're in the old Lip Tricks building. Casey Kirkland's the one that runs the store, and I'm the man behind the scenes, always the man behind the camera that you don't see. So this is Matt at Renaissance. Have a great day, and we'll keep you posted on how this is coming out. Okay? Thanks for watching.